Greetings and welcome to my Friday ramblings. This has been an interesting week. Last Saturday, I celebrated a funeral on mid-morning, and as I had finished the funeral and was talking to one of the daughter-in-law of the man whose funeral I'd celebrated, she said, "I'm your second cousin," which began a long discussion about what was happening and how we were related and how it all came together. And so that was I remember meeting her grandfather, but not really knowing him. He was an elderly man when I was a child, but I can remember meeting he and a couple of his brothers. Then on Sunday, I went to Bruny Island, which was a great day. And there were very few cars leaving the island on Sunday afternoon as I arrived. And I thought, oh, that's good. There's going to be no rush. Well, when I got back to the ferry to come back to the mainland, it was so crowded, so the line was so long that I was in fact a good 200 meters past where I would normally have considered there is a crowd waiting to get on board. And that was exacerbated a little by the fact that we're only two of the ferries on, one of the newer ferries and an older ferry. So the getting off the island was a 2-hour wait. I've been told that that's not the longest people have waited, but I did have something to do on Sunday night, and that was a little bit challenging. On Monday, I got a phone call, and it was about a dental appointment that was scheduled or supposedly scheduled for next Tuesday, and they were saying if I would like, there was a vacancy on that Tuesday. So that was on the 29th of what was it? April. Yeah, sorry, 29th of April. So I said, yes, I'd go for 10 o'clock. So leaving Kingston about that time of the morning can be a little bit problematic, but 10 o'clock was fairly easy. So I got there and there was no appointment. And also when I looked at my mobile, there was no record of a phone call anyway. So that was a bit disappointing. So I did a bit of shopping and came home and worked for the rest of the afternoon. On Wednesday, I had a funeral, and my young friend who I've been walking with over the last few months and praying for quite some time, her funeral was celebrated on Wednesday. And that was, a sad day for me because I've known her basically for all of her life. And I've been friends of her dad, firstly, before he died many years ago, and I celebrated his funeral. And so that was a bit of a sad day for me. Thursday went fairly well. Everything seemed to work out, and everything got done, and I got a little bit of extra work done. Today, Friday, last night, I got a text message from one of my friends because today happens to be my birthday, and she is never early. But then when I went to look for her text, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find an email or a text. So I sent her a text and said, is it really you? And did you wish me happy birthday before it actually happened? And so we've had an ongoing conversation for the rest of the day. So that was really lovely. But there is no record of the text. So the phone call on Monday, the text yesterday, I'm just not sure what's going wrong with my phone or whether it actually is a problem. The other thing that's happening today was that as I just completed another funeral, and as I was talking at the end, just saying hello to the family, one of the sons said, I'd like to see you in a minute. And I thought, okay, so not knowing that was, and when he came up, he said, you did my wedding 35 years ago. And his wife then came up, and I immediately recognized that I'd known her as a child at Bellerive. In fact, I'd known her father, who had been an officer in the Navy Reserve Cadets way back in the 60s. So, so that was interesting to suddenly find that people were saying, I know you and I know who you are and I know where you. So sometimes living in a particular area and being from the area means that you really do know a lot of people. And so then I was able to talk to a few other people and managed to remind myself of times and places where I'd actually spent time with these people and with their families. Tonight I'm going out to a meal with 3 of my priest friends, 2 of whom are behind me on the screen today. So that will be an interesting kind of event. And I'm just going to look to see where I can see the screen. I turn the screen off. So just bring the screen back up again. Yeah, so if I go that way, that's 2 of my friends and there's a 3rd friend joining us. So the 4 of us are going to have a meal tonight and enjoy some red wine and some good Italian cooking. I'm going to have a great weekend. I hope you do too. See you soon. Look forward to seeing you next week if you call in on my Friday ramblings. And if not, see you next time when I pop up.